Hello everyone and welcome back to more Cinderella phenomenon. Yes, we are back for more because last episode we just really got more kind of introductory stuff. Like nothing much really happened in terms of going towards a story route. So we basically just kind of see our dear beloved protagonist Princess, once used to be Princess Hana, try to adapt to her life now as just a mere commoner, in which now she must work for her keep. So she does the sweeping in the inn to have a roof over her head and like 3 meals a day, etc., etc. So yeah, so she's forced into that position. Along the way, she's introduced officially to all the people that we met out on the streets before she was cursed. So Karma and Waltz, and she met up a couple of other people that she met before, like in the palace. So it was Garland and Durian, who were knights, who used to be knights, but now they serve to protect the tavern here, the Marchin Tavern, which is basically a place where everybody goes if you're cursed or if you are an ally, to help people who are cursed and to defend them, because the witches, the bad witches, all want to, of course, keep their curses on the people unbroken. So yes, there's that. What else? Just a lot of mishaps with Hana trying to figure out how the hell she's supposed to complete 3 good deeds, and people are trying to help her and give advice on what it is that, it is to be good, quote unquote, but she still doesn't really understand it. She's just like, wow, what is this concept I do not understand kind of thing. And in that I guess time, we meet Rumpel, who is the other character that we've seen in the intro video, and he's basically a guy who has the Rumpelstiltskin curse, but he doesn't remember who he is and how he got there. He only has a notebook, and that to break his curse, he has to regain memories and have them appear in this notebook. And he's a bit of a Casanova. He goes around, he flirts with every single woman he sees. So yes, there's that. What else? Oh yeah, so along the way of trying to get advice from people, Delora and Parfait suggested that we try to ask people for help or to pair up or something. Eventually to suggest to pair up with somebody in order to help break the curse. And throughout the entire time, I was persistently going towards Rod, who is our stepbrother and who keeps coming to the inn, even though we find out that he's cursed as well, the mermaid's curse. That's how he's a mute, but he insinuated, or he straight up said that he doesn't want to break his curse, and we're just like, why, kind of thing. So, but anyways, he kind of turned a cold shoulder on us because he hates us and does blah blah blah, and it doesn't look too well, and he seems like the least likely person to help us. But we constantly went to him, and eventually, I think now we have definitively decided to try to pair up with him in order to break our curse, and to find out more on what it is that he insinuated that we did that's bad for his family. I guess we can only guess as to what it is. But yeah, anyways, regardless, Rod is the guy who was the merman's first in terms of the story development, but of course Rod hates our guts, hates everything about us, can't even stand to be in the same room as us. But anyways, we're gonna try anyways. So let's continue on with this. Yeah. So, this is going to be very interesting. Yes. But Hana, didn't he tell you that he didn't want to break his curse, right? Yes, but that may not be the whole truth. Oh, really? What do you think? He is still reluctant to break his curse despite all the advice I have offered him. Perhaps you will be able to encourage him where I could not. Okay. I do not care if he does not want to break his curse. Okay. I only need him to help me remedy this. I can't read. So I only need him to help me remedy the supposedly bad things I have done to his family. I believe that will be the easiest way to break my curse. Yes, that is her logic. But the problem is that I rarely see him here. He is usually at the palace. In order for this arrangement to work, I will need to be in the palace. Well, maybe you can get in as a maid. Ooh, role reversal. What? I, for one, think it's a terrible idea. What if Delora's voice trails off, she averts her gaze to the floor, her expression a mixture of anxiety and solemn consideration. Why? What? What if what? Is there something I should know, right? Both the witch and the fairy just stare at me silently. After a few moments, Parfait speaks. You would be far away from us, princess. We would not be able to assist you. Oh, okay. Witches could be lying in wait for you, knowing that you're the true crown princess of Angiel. They might seek to use you for their own purposes. Oh, well, what sort of purposes? Why would the witches be after me in the first place? Many of them have been corrupted by the Tenebrarium. Darkness has invaded their hearts, making them bitter. Many of them simply want to see the fairy tale curses continue on undisturbed. This is all just speculations, but it's better to be safe rather than sorry. Okay, yeah. What would you have me do? Yes, Delora? I have an idea. I think I can get her into the palace and make sure there's someone there to look out for her. What? Okay, how? That's cool. Just trust me. Tomorrow the Ice Princess returns to her palace. Oh, wow. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh yes, all Jedi Knight. Going Jedi Knight on Delora. Delora, what do you have up your sleeves? Okay, so here we are. Oh, I knew it! I knew she was gonna come back as a maid. That's the only logical explanation. Or like, course of action. This cannot be happening. Don't dilly-dally. The princess will soon be awake and expecting her new maid. I close my eyes and suppress the urge to groan. How is it that Delora was able to turn me into Emelaigne's personal maid? She has connections, maybe. Or maybe it's a charm spell or something, you know? Like the Jedi mind tricks kind of thing. It's like, now she is to be hired. She needs a new, the princess needs a new maid. She's the one to be hired. She thought this would be funny, did she? Well, I will make her pay for this. Alright, I expect you not to be late again. We have very strict rules on how the palace staff should behave. Okay, I am not exactly sure how Delora managed this. She told me that she was going to cast a spell on me and that it would be over as soon as I opened my eyes. I closed my eyes and sure enough, when I opened them, I found myself here in a maid uniform. What did she do? Or maybe she I don't know. Again, Jedi mind tricks? Oh god. The maid continues to babble at me. How annoying, yes. I pretend to listen to her as she leads me through the palace hallways. Emelaigne and Rod's chambers are located here. Ooh, yes, there she is. Oh! We come to a halt when Emelaigne suddenly appears from around the corner. Your Highness. Okay, the maid ducks into a neat curtsy. Emelaigne's eyes meet mine. I tense as I wait for any signs of recognition from her, but she only gives me a curious look as if wondering who I am. She clearly does not recognize me. Yeah, of course not, because I don't think she would be the type to get cursed unless plot twist. The maid suddenly reaches back and pulls at my shoulder, forcing me into a bow. Ugh, you are in front of the Crown Princess of Angiel. Show some respect, girl. Well, technically she's not, because this is like a different timeline. My apologies, Your Highness. She's new and clearly needs to be taught some manners. Excuse me? Oh, please, there's no need for that. What is she trying to achieve or by pretending to be kind to a palace maid? Maybe she just is kind, girl. Hana is just so distrusting towards anybody. It's like everyone is fake in her eyes. Who is she trying to fool? I mean, who knows? Maybe Emelaigne is fake as Hana suspects her to be. Your Highness, this is your new personal maid. Emelaigne glances at the maid, looking confused. Why do I need a personal maid? Yeah, it is by the king's orders, princess. Emelaigne turns to look at me again. Yeah. What is your name? Well, she doesn't remember you, so I'm pretty sure even if you gave her your name, she would be like, oh my god. She's talking to you, girl. Yeah, she is talking to you, girl. I scowl at the maid before facing Emelaigne. I cannot believe I have fallen so low that I am now being ordered around by a maid. Hana. It's nice to meet you, Hana. I hope we can get along. Oh. Ugh. Ugh, niceties. When I do not respond, Emelaigne's face falls. I was just heading to breakfast with my family. Okay, of course. Hana will escort you to the dining hall. I raise my eyebrows at the maid, irritated. Why do I gotta do this? There's no need for concern. I can get there on my own. I breathe a sigh of relief. I am not here to babysit her. The maid leans forward and whispers something in my ear. What? I don't know how it is that you landed this position, but you owe the royal family your diligence and respect. Piss off! Who are you, my manager? If you continue to show disrespect, I'll be having a word with the king. The maid pushes me forward so that I am forced to stand next to Emelaigne. Ugh. Okay. She will escort you to the dining hall, Your Highness. Her job requires that she follow you everywhere in case you require assistance with anything. Well, that's so overbearing. God. But It is almost time for breakfast, Princess Emelaigne. Emelaigne frowns and looks at me. I'm so sorry. What is she apologizing for? Yeah. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. It seems that you have met your personal maid. The king's eyes widen as soon as he spots me. Yes, it's me that you turned away. You look familiar, yes. Does he recognize me? Well, he recognized you when you stopped him outside the palace and was like, I need to speak to my father, kind of thing. I feel a little tremble in my heart as I consider that hope. No. Are you not the girl who came to the gates before? I am. I deflate with a soundless sigh. He remembers me as the peasant, yes. This is the first time I am meeting you as Emeline's personal maid. What is your name? Hana, yes. That is a lovely name. Oh wow. That's so anticlimactic. We are glad to have you here, Hana. The king gives me a warm smile. The softness of his gaze makes me angry. He never treated me so kindly when he remembered me as his own daughter. Wow, that's cold. Emelaigne takes her seat while I walk to stand at the walls beside the other maids and butlers. The door opens and Rod rocks in. He greets the king, Ophelia, and then his sister. Oh no, is he gonna see me? He is just about to take his seat when his eyes suddenly fall on me. Oh shit! Don't blow my cover. The shock is apparent on his face. Yes. Rod, is something wrong? I see there's a new maid on staff. Yes. His tone is almost accusatory. I bristle at his words and am about to say something when Ophelia speaks. Oh, she's Emelaigne's new personal maid, Hana. Oh, he's not gonna be happy about that. Rod stares at me for a few moments, his expression unreadable. Eventually, he moves to take a seat. Okay. Alright. I stand silent and watch the royal family eat their breakfast. The small area is filled with happy conversations. The four of them smile at each other when they speak, and it is easy to see how comfortable they are with one another. When I was still here, our meals were always so quiet. But everyone looks so happy now. I know. I bite my lip to will the heavy feeling away. Rod told me that before, but I did not want to believe him. I turn back to the conversation at hand. Yeah, we have something very important to discuss with you, Emelaigne. Whoa, what? I have brought this up before, but now the matter is more pressing. What? Is this about your ascension to the throne, I guess? Yes, this is about the ball. Oh, are you going to try to find her a prince to marry her off? Is that it? Ophelia gives the king a disapproving look. Dear, I know it seems a strange proposition, but this is royal tradition. Emelaigne is as why am I stumbling over my words? God damn it. Okay, I know it seems a strange proposition, but this is royal tradition. Emelaigne is at a suitable marrying age, and this ball may yet help her find a suitor. Yes, I knew it. But a husband? Yes, Emily's cheeks are tinted pink. A royal ball for Emelaigne? She's like, where was my royal ball? For her to find a husband. I never would have agreed to such a thing. The king never forced me into one because he knew that. Oh, nice. She's a strong, independent woman. She need no man. I will not force you to marry someone you do not love, Emelaigne. We agreed on this ball to uphold tradition, and all eligible bachelors will be invited in 4 months' time, and you will choose the man you want to court you. Oh my god, that's so much that's like back in the day Tinder dating. I did find my true love through a ball after all. Okay. He glances at Ophelia, who responds with a fond smile. Her expression falls back into something more worried when she looks at her daughter. I thought it's just nobles who are allowed to attend these sort of things. Wasn't she a baker before? What? Okay, whatever. But what if I can't choose anyone? We will throw one ball as per tradition, okay? We will not force you into another ball if you do not find a good suitor, but we must uphold traditions at least once. Perhaps this will push you to think more about the future. I will not put any added pressure on you, Emelaigne, but I would be happy to see grandchildren before I have to give up my throne. I am not getting any younger, you know. Oh, wow. She's like, children? Oh, God, I haven't even found a husband yet, let alone get children. Father, I can tell that the king is trying to make light of the situation, but there is an undertone of seriousness. Emelaigne eventually sighs and slowly nods. I understand. Yes, my gaze shifts to Rod to search for a reaction, but his expression is impassive. No reaction at all. Well, you know, it's him. It's Rod. Did he know this was going to happen? Probably. But, can I really be the princess of the... Yeah. Can I really be princess of the kingdom of Angiel? What? Oh no, I'm just being stupid. Again, But can I really be the princess the kingdom of Angiel deserves? I feel so unprepared. Yes. Me. You are the crown princess of Angiel. You must be confident. Emelaigne looks down, looking genuinely distressed. Yes, so much pressure to be royalty. God. I'm finished. May I be excused? Yes, but sweetheart, you barely touched your food. I lost my appetite. You may. Okay, bye. Emelaigne stands up and ducks into a quick I'm pretty sure it's cute too. A quick curtsy before rushing from the room. I do not move until I feel Rod's glare on me. I realize that I am meant to follow Emelaigne. Yes, excuse me. I curtsy and follow after Emelaigne. I barely make it a few steps away from the dining hall before the door flies open and Rod is rushing after me. He's like, what are you doing here? How did you get in? Yes, hello. What are you doing here? See, I told you. Answer him, avoid the question. I should answer him, honestly. Like, I honestly don't really have anything to hide. Well, kind of, sort of, because my ulterior motive is to try to break my curse through him and to find out more on why it is that he doesn't want to break his curse. I should be honest with him, yeah? That's the only way I can gain his trust and to, you know, kind of form some sort of positive relationship with him. Answer him. I'm here to break my curse. You expect me to believe that when you had people offering to help at the Marchin? Oh, come on. Rod's expression changes, anger clear in his eyes. No, I know why you are really here. Oh, what are you talking about? You thought you might take back what is rightfully yours, didn't you? You have no qualms about hurting my family again. Hey now, that's just your own. You're just jumping to conclusions. I stare at him, nonplussed by his accusations. I carefully quell the simmering anger inside me. Yes, don't explode back at him. The last thing I want is to be fired before I break my curse. I am not here to hurt anyone, so stop accusing me of such things, right? We glare at each other in silence. I had always thought that Rod was closed off and quiet, but his emotions are always blazing in his eyes. Yes. Yeah, you shouldn't be here. Well, too bad. Rod steps back, but his gaze is still fierce. I do not have time for this. Yeah, I'm going to find Emelaigne. Why? So you can insult her? No. No, because it is now my job to attend to her. Excuse me. Yeah, bitch. Where the hell are you, girl? The last place I expect to find Emelaigne is in the throne room. Oh. Much to my surprise, I find her standing alone inside, staring up at the throne. Oh, when she turns to face me, she has a guilty expression on her face. I'm sorry. What is she apologizing for? I was very rude earlier, walking out on everyone at breakfast. No. Emelaigne gazes back at the throne and sighs. I'm sure any other girl would be happy to have a ball. I mean, it's like something out of a fairy tale. But She sighs once again and looks down at her clasped hands. It all sounds so perfect in fairy tales. 3 days is all it takes before everyone's found their true love. But I don't think that's how it works out in real life, do you? Yeah, no. Obviously not. I have nothing to say in response when Emelaigne turns her beseeching gaze to me. I don't know how I'm supposed to marry someone I barely even know. I know, girl, I get you. I get you. Is this really what it means to be the crown princess? Well, yeah. Huh, isn't this precisely what you wanted? She's like, no, excuse me? When your mother married the king, you became a princess. You went from rags to riches overnight. I cannot keep the bitterness from my voice when I speak. Your life is playing out like Cinderella's, is it not? All you are missing are the glass slippers, and even then I am sure the king could arrange for a pair. I cannot understand why you are so unhappy. Hey now, girl. Money isn't everything, and, luxuries. Neither can I. Emelaigne turns away from me to face the throne once more, and in the sun that streams through the windows, I see something shining on her cheeks. She's crying now. Is she crying? Yes. I am so ungrateful. Hana, what would you do? What? If you were in my place, well, I was in your place. If you became crown princess overnight, would you go through with the ball? Like, no. For the sake of Angiel's tradition, for the sake of your role, I would never do anything so worthless. The king never brought up the subject with me. He most likely knew I would have refused. Emelaigne suddenly pats her cheeks and turns to me, a wry smile on her face. I could do with some fresh air. Okay. Shall we go to my friend's shop in town? Oh, we're going back to town. I just got out of it. We have only just exited the throne room when Emelaigne stops short and I almost bump into her back. What? Oh, is it? Oh, it's Mythros. Your Highness, what a pleasant... Does he recognize me? Sir Mythros abruptly stops to stare at me. Why is Sir Mythros looking at me so intently? Is something the matter, Sir Mythros? No, nothing at all, Your Highness. I am just... amused. Oh no, he knows and he's just keeping it a secret. He's like, oh ho ho, this is some tea that I have obtained. Amused. Oh, you haven't met my new maid. This is Hana. He's like, oh, Hana. There's something in Sir Mythos' gaze that I do not trust. The silence is stifling, so I curtsy at him. Sir. Charming. Sir Mythos turns his attention back to Emelaigne. Where are you off to on this pleasant day? Oh, just off to visit a friend. Okay. Make sure you bring your guards with you, princess. Oh, of course. Oh, we're gonna get Fritz? Where's Fritz? Huh? Oh, I wonder what's taking him so long. Emelaigne decided to invite Rod to join us on her visit. One of the guards offered to get Rod for her, but he still has yet to return. Oh, okay. Another stands with us by the gates, ready to escort us into town. Why does the king even keep these incompetent fools if they cannot find a single person? Maybe we should go look for Rod. But then, what if he gets here? What if he gets here soon as we go searching for him? Oh, I don't know. I sigh. Oh, if only we had cell phones. I will go look for him. You can stay here. But you don't need to run errands for me. She has yet to ask me to do anything. What does she think a maid even does? I look at her solemnly, not answering her. Finally, she relents. Thank you, Hana. I incline my head just slightly before walking off. Okay, where the hell are you, bitch? I feel like a babysitter. I cannot believe I have to search for Rod. Well, this is only slightly better than being dragged around by that broom. I turn around the corner and nearly bump into someone. I take a few steps back just in time. Oh, it's Fritz. Yes, Fritz, princess. Oh, you recognize me too, which means you're cursed. I look up in shock. Fritz's surprise mirrors my own. Oh, where have you been? I've been looking for you everywhere. He pauses to stare at my clothing. Why are you wearing a maid's uniform? Well, long story. Fritz, you remember who I am? Yes, I would never forget you, Princess Hana. Oh, I'm touched. But it does seem like I'm the only one who remembers you. Yes, what is going on, princess? Well, no, Rod does. You didn't ask Rod about it. He remembers me. The only person who remembers me are the witches, fairies, and... Fritz, are you... I stop when I hear the sound of approaching footsteps. Oh, there he is. Fritz turns at the sound and then stoops low into a formal bow when he sees Rod. Your Highness. He just sort of curtsies. Rod's impassive face twists with annoyance when he sees me. Ugh. Rod does not even acknowledge Fritz as he walks past him to stop in front of me. Shouldn't you be attending to my sister? Oh, my goodness. I don't understand. Prince Rod, do you know why the princess is dressed like this? Yes, he does. Yep. You just gave yourself away. Rod is clearly just as surprised as I am that Fritz remembers me. Oh, really? You guys have not even spoken to each other about this entire thing? Really? You recognize her? Yes. You remember the princess too? Yeah. Ugh. But if you knew, why didn't you say anything when she first went missing? Because he hates me. He doesn't give a shit about me. And can someone explain to me why she's attending to Princess Emelaigne? Because now I am her maid. This is... Fritz. I cut him off before he can ask any more questions. I feel Rod's gaze on my back as I turn to look at Fritz. No more questions. But princess, right now I am a palace maid. A what? It is a long story and I have no time to explain now, so do not ask. Fritz is clearly discontent. He seems to struggle for a few moments before he finally sighs and nods. Yes, your highness. Though it is nice to hear someone here speak my title, it will not do if Fritz calls me that on accident. Yes. It is just Hana for now. Yes, but I turn to face Rod. Emelaigne is waiting. Yes, what? The guard could not even deliver her message? Oh, alright. Where are you going? To town. Emelaigne wants to visit her friend's shop in town and she wants you to go with us, Rod. Town? Ordinarily, I would not mind Fritz joining us, but right now he might just be unnecessary company. He may very well give me away, yes. Rod barely wants to speak with me when it is just the two of us. I doubt Fritz would make him more sociable. Okay, I am assuming that accompanying you is not an option at this point. Yes. Fritz looks down for a moment before looking at Rod. I am sorry to ask this of you, Your Highness, but since she refuses to let me do so, please look after Princess Hana in my place. But Rod is just like, ugh, why should I? Ridiculous, I do not need to be coddled. Even if I did, Rod couldn't care less if I'm hurt, right? God, I will do my best, Sir Fitzgerald. What? I cannot tell if he is being genuine or not. Indeed, Fritz bowed to the both of us, yes. Stay safe, Nope. Hana, yes. And you, Your Highness. Rod turns and begins to walk away without another word. Come on. Alright, here we go. Rod is silent as we make our way back to the palace gates. I am still thinking about what he said to Fritz earlier. Why would Rod agree to Fritz's request? Because he just wanted him to leave? No, I don't know. I stare at Rod's back as he walks in front of me. Sometimes I cannot figure out what he is thinking. Oh, Rod, Hana, yes. Emelaigne beams when she catches sight of us. Are you ready? Yeah, I guess. Rod crosses his arms. He does not look very happy with his sister. Even though Rod is younger, I cannot help but think that he often sounds like the older of the two. I am busy, Emelaigne. I can't keep dropping everything whenever you want to leave the palace. I'm sorry, but I just really need some fresh air today. You can get plenty of fresh air on the palace grounds. I felt I needed to be off the palace grounds. Emelaigne's face drops as she looks down at the ground. Yes, because all this is just reminding her of her responsibilities, and she's trying to run away from it all. God, Rod, Jesus, get the hint. Rod lets out an exasperated sigh before stepping inside the carriage. Come on, yes. Rod? Just for an hour, okay? Okay, thank you. Yes, off we go. And we're back. I soon come to realize that it is easier to walk around town now that everyone has forgotten who I am. The atmosphere around town feels brighter. All the spiteful stares are gone. Yes. Princess Emelaigne. Oh, how are you doing? Is your wife feeling better? Emelaigne has responded to most of the people who know her. She seems to know a good majority of the people in town. Well, she used to live in town, no? I hang back as Emelaigne speaks with the man. The night escort hovers somewhere nearby, watching for disturbances. We are going to take longer than an hour if she continues like this. Right. I am not going to rush her. Don't you need to return to the palace to continue whatever work it is that you are doing? Rod raises an eyebrow at me. I do have to get back to my studies, but my family always comes first. Wow. If this makes Emelaigne happy, then I will gladly come with her to town. It's a small thing. Happy? Yes. Yes! You know, putting someone's happiness before your own. I look more closely at Emelaigne. She is smiling, but then she always smiles. Right? I do not understand. She's more at ease talking to the townspeople sometimes because they don't judge her. Why would she have to worry about being judged? It is clear that everyone adores her. Emelaigne takes the man's hand in hers as she wishes him well. Rod points out the gesture. See that? That's goodness. See that? You should be like that. You could learn something from my sister, Hana. Is goodness pretending to be interested in the lives of strangers? She's not pretending. God, girl. Emelaigne eventually says her goodbyes before walking towards a familiar store. Is it the toy store? This is the toy shop I visited with Emelaigne and Rod before. Yes. I glance at Rod and notice the expression on his face. He seems conflicted. Oh, but why? But why? But before I can ask, Rod marches in front of me and decisively pushes open the door. Okay. Some bad memories here? And when I enter, Emelaigne is already hugging the shop girl, Viorica. Right. Emelaigne, you look as beautiful as ever. Oh please, I look the same. You, on the other hand. Emelaigne steps back before nodding, a bright smile on her face. Being in love suits you. When is the wedding? You're engaged? Wedding? Is she already she's already engaged? Yeah, right? What the hell? I catch a small movement out of the corner of my eyes and turn to glance at Rod. I notice his fingers clench into a fist before he quickly hides his hand behind his back. Was this a love triangle you were in? Well, if it's like the mermaid's curse, like the whole story of, the Little Mermaid was that she gave up her voice to be able to get legs to get onto land to try to, get with the prince because she's still in love with the prince. But then the prince turns out he already has a betrothed, and now it's like, what the hell? Oh no. This is unexpected. Though his expression is as impassive as always, I notice a tenseness in his shoulders. Oh, maybe if he breaks his curse, then she has to die or something like that. I think so, because that was. It's not the Disney Little Mermaid story that I'm talking about. It's more like the original, quote unquote original story. Was that the Little Mermaid didn't get together with the prince because the prince already had somebody he was going to marry and loved, and so. I think the sea witch was saying how she can get her life back as a mermaid if she kills the prince with this dagger or some shit like that. And then I forgot what it was, but but she refused, and that's when she turned into sea foam kind of thing. Yeah. Dissamond and I haven't set a date yet, but it should be soon. Would you? Viorka trails off when she notices the rest of us. Hello, Rod. Yes, Viorka. His tone is surprisingly static. Wow, last time he was here, I was sure he sounded friendlier. Huh, so what can I help you with, Emelaigne? Looking for another doll? Another doll? But Emelaigne is not interested in dolls. Oh no, I'm just here to see you. I can't stay for long since Rod has things to do. Yes, Emelaigne, I'll wait for you outside. Okay. Oh, okay. Emelaigne, do you not know of his love interest with this girl? With your friend? I know it is my job to follow Emelaigne around, but I am not at all interested in hearing her talk to this girl. Does she even want me here? Stay with Emelaigne, go outside. I want to go outside! I'm not here for Emelaigne. Even though I'm technically supposed to be. I'm gonna go outside too. Girl, as long as you're in this little shop, I know where you are, okay? You come out when you're ready. Yeah. My time might be better spent trying to improve Rod's opinion of me. If I could get him to tell me precisely what I have done wrong, I can make up for it. I hope that would give me a good deed. I curtsy to the two girls. Excuse me, Your Highness. I shall wait outside with Rod. Oh, I coughed to clear my throat. With the prince. Yes. Okay, I won't be long. Yeah, Emelaine's nice. She doesn't care. I moved to stand next to Rod, who's leaning against the wall. Hey, buddy. Talk to me. Hello? Rod sighs in annoyance. Why do you keep following me? Well, tell me how to rectify whatever wrong I have done to your family. This again? Yes. I cannot help but scowl at Rod's answer. You spout all this nonsense about goodness, but refuse to help me? How is that good? You haven't given me any reason to help you. What? If you're not serious about genuinely learning how to be good, then I'm not interested in helping you. Oh, maybe I can catch him off guard by bringing up his response in the toy shop just now. Fine, then I will make normal conversations. Who is Viorka to you? Oh, has she done something to hurt your family too? Well, she's probably done something to hurt your feelings, probably. Viorka is a childhood friend. She is not like you at all. Huh. Oh, then why are you acting so cold to her? You obviously did not want to be inside the shop. Yeah, I saw what you were doing. You thought you was slick? Nah. Rod looks away from me and absently kicks a pebble on the ground. That is none of your business. Oh, what does that mean? It went purple. Is that good? Oh, God, how do I check? How do I know? But how do I know? There's it pops up when I make decisions that affect my relationship. But how do I know if it's good or not? That is none of your business. Okay, I sigh, disappointed with Rod's reaction. Rod turns away from me as Emelaigne exits the shop. Okay, ready to go? Emelaigne nods with a smile. The two of us begin to make our way to the palace again. Okay. And we're back, and it's dark. Okay. So that by the time we return to the palace, evening has fallen. Okay. I hope we're not late for dinner. The minute the carriage doors open, we are greeted by two familiar faces. Sir Alacaster and Sir Mithros stand before us. What are they doing here? Wow, we finally meet Sir Alacaster. Princess Emelaigne, Prince Rod, I was on my way to look for you when Sir Mithros informed me of your whereabouts. Okay. He glares at the knight escort and the knights shrink back. Oh. Sir Alacaster turns sharply to me afterwards, his eyes narrowed. Hey now, why is he looking at me like that, right? I didn't do anything wrong. It was getting late and the queen was worried. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, Princess Emelaigne, Prince Rod, it is almost time for dinner. Please, let me escort you inside. Sir Mithros gestures for them to follow him. Okay, I am about to follow after them when Sir Alacaster suddenly moves to block my path. What? His eyes are cold. He opens his mouth to say something, but then closes it and shakes his head. You are dismissed, girl. You may go back to your quarters. What? But that is an order. His gaze is piercing. Even when I was the princess, I was not able to stand up to that gaze. Yes, sir. Oh, wow. Okay. Man, he's mean. He's mean. After dinner, I make my way back to the room assigned to me. As I walk down the hall, I notice Rod heading in my direction. Hello, Rod? He suddenly grabs my arm and pulls me away down the hall. Hey, what? Where are we going? Hey, why the sudden... What? Where are you taking me? Rod does not answer and just continues moving until we reach an unfamiliar door. What is going on? What? Rod cuts me off by placing a finger on my lips. He looks around warily before finally pulling me in through the door with him. What? This place? What? This looks like a prison cell. I have heard of this place before, but have never seen it. Is this a secret passage that leads into town? Well, okay. Alright. Okay, never mind. Secret passage. Okay. Rod does not answer me. He simply keeps walking, and I see no other option but to trail after him. How is it that you know this place? Well, he still refuses to answer. Well, I'm pretty sure he's done a lot of exploring. Are you deaf? He's mute. Rod suddenly stops, and I bump into his back. I stumble back with a scowl. You ask too many questions. Well, duh! Of course I do. Well, particularly in this situation, because you just dragged me off into this dark-ass, creepy-ass, looking, sketchy-ass, like, I don't know, secret passageway, you know? I don't know if you're gonna murder me here or not. Because you refuse to answer any of them. I glare back at him until Rod makes an exasperated sound. Yes, Lady Parfait is the one who told me about this passage. It makes sneaking out of the palace easier. Okay. Parfait? She did not give me any explanation as to how she knew of this place. There are only meant to be 2 copies of the keys. The king has one and Sir Alacaster has the other. Then why do you have a key? Don't tell me you stole it from the king. Maybe he did. I am not a thief, okay? Lady Parfait also has a copy. She saw fit to provide me with the key for my own use. What? Oh, how does Parfait have a key to this place? Right? You'll have to ask her that yourself. Okay. Once we step into town, I realize where it is that we are headed. Back to the inn? Yeah. We are going back to the Marchin Inn. Okay, we are back at the Marchin Inn. Delora is the first person we see as soon as we enter the Marchin Inn. Oh, well, look at what the cat dragged in. Oh, Delora, you... Rod's glare silences me. He steps forward and points back at me, gaze icy. Yes, she's not staying at the palace. What? Delora raises an eyebrow. Why is that? She works there now. I do not know what game you are playing, but I will not be part of it. No, too bad. Excuse me, this is not a game. Well, technically it is. I do not want you meddling in my life as you meddled with hers. The room's temperature drops several degrees. Delora stares at Rod, her expression suddenly lacking any emotion. With all due respect, Your Highness, I do not want to meddle with your wallowing. Oh, but just because you do not wish to break your curse doesn't mean that others shouldn't want to either. You should be humbled that our princess here thought you would be able to help her. Rod raises an eyebrow. Where is Lady Parfait? Asleep? Of course you want to talk to Parfait, because she puts things nicely. Fine, I'll fetch her for you. Delora curtsies as she sweeps out of the room. Okay. Rod sighs. He clearly looks irritated, but doesn't put a voice to his agitation. Now that we're alone in the room, so many words. I can't read. Now that we're alone in the empty room, the silence is deafening. And so I ask him the question that has bothered me since we came here. Oh, why do you want me out of the palace? Why do you not want to break your curse? Why do you not want to break the curse, I think, is the most pressing issue. I can sort of figure why it is that he doesn't want us in the palace, but I think this is a little bit more... we need a little bit more information on this. Yes. I don't need to explain myself to you, of course not. Do you even know how to break your curse? Yes, he probably does. I do. Yes, so why are you not doing anything? Because it's none of your business. It's probably because he has to kill the girl that he likes, right? Right? Am I right? Or her fiance, maybe? I don't even know. I know it involves killing. I do not realize the anger inside of me at first, and then I notice that my hands are fists and that I am shaking. You are angry at me for treating your family with unkindness, and yet you do not treat me with any respect or kindness either. You're a hypocrite! Excuse me? I realize that this is the angriest I have felt in the longest time, and it makes words fall out of my mouth. You are guilty of the same disrespect you hold me accountable for. We are both being cruel to family, aren't we? Right? Rod's eyes are ablaze as he stalks toward me. He stops right in front of me, his mouth open. Why am I putting words that aren't even there now? God. He stops right in front of me, his mouth pressed into a firm line. Oh. As you are so fond of telling Emelaigne, we do not share any blood. The only thing pulling us together is the king, and you do not share his morals. Yeah. Remember this, Hana. You will never be part of my family. Ouch. And I will never see you as a sister. Okay. Rod storms out of the reception area just as Delora enters. Sorry, looks like Parfait wasn't in. Oh, she pauses, then gives me a wry smile. Seems this partnership is going well. I know, right? I throw my hands up in anger. He is infuriating. Yes, he is. Not as helpful as you thought? I was surprised you were asking for his help in the first place. All I have been doing is following around Emelaigne, and he still finds reason to snap at me. In his eyes, I can do nothing right, even though I am making an honest effort to break my curse. Delora eyes me as she slides down into her chair. Has he told you anything about his curse? No. Only that he knows how to break it. Delora sighs. Boys can be so secretive about the silliest things. Rod has been aware of how to break his curse from the very beginning. Oh, wow. Then why hasn't he broken it? Again, I have no idea. I think the only person who knows the full terms and conditions of Rod's curse is Parfait. Parfait? Oh, Parfait has known Rod for a while. She convinced him to keep coming to the Marchin even after he gave up on breaking his curse. Okay, Parfait also thinks that working with you will convince Rod to try finding another way to break his curse. Another way? I knew it. Don't ask me. I don't know much about his curse either. Yes, but if you keep trying, you might convince Rod to talk. I doubt that very much. It seems that all I am doing is convincing Rod that I do not deserve to break my own curse. Right, he just hates me. I swear to God, his curse involves killing somebody. Delora looks at me curiously for a few moments, then she grins. Okay, I have an idea. Whoa, if it is another terrible idea. No, oh no, this one's much better. Okay, I'll just stick around with you. You know, watch out for you. What? Delora, watch out for me? Are you gonna make yourself into a doll again? Ah, lol, yes. I am surprised when Delora suddenly stands before me in her doll form. There's no way you and Rod are going to sort yourselves out without some kind of help, so I'll be tagging along. Oh, that's great. It's much easier when I'm travel size, Yes, it is. Why do I feel like she'll only make things worse? Come on, then. Delora somehow manages to jump into the front pocket of my apron, which is thankfully large enough to fit her doll body. Wow, she's so tiny. Let's go find us a prince and get ourselves back to the palace. Oh wow, she's so cute. She's like a little cute version. Chapter 4, One Step Forward. Okay, are we making progress then? Does that mean we're making progress? Okay, I'm gonna see where I am for time, and hopefully I'm not over because I kind of want to go a little bit more. Okay, this is perfect. This is great. Okay, we're gonna continue on more. Maybe we can finish up chapter 4 as well. So it has been more than a week since Rod and I returned to the Marchin. He has been avoiding me ever since that day. Oh wow. Not that we have much cause to be around each other nowadays. I am constantly on my feet preparing for Emelaigne's ball. This is ridiculous. I know. Better to be busy than bored, princess. Right. I stop for a moment to better balance the pile of fabrics that I am carrying. One of the maids has ordered me to bring this to a designated room so that it can be sorted out. I am being reduced to fetching and carrying. Well, yes, that is what maids do, no? And I have made no progress on accomplishing my first good deed. I doubt that simply following orders from the other maids will help me get my first good deed. I feel a shuffling. I can't even say this word. Why? I feel a shuffling in my pocket and then notice Delora peeking her porcelain face out. Better to obey rather than disobey, at least. You're not going to get a good deed being stubborn. Right. Anyways, you got to put yourself out there a bit more, princess. You can't just do whatever is convenient for you. That's not good. That's not good, yeah. Delora has been no help at all. She just points out the obvious. Wait, I recognize this place. Isn't this where your room is? Right. I stop in front of the door to my old bedroom. Ever since I came here, I have been ignoring this room, not wanting to see what the king did to it during my absence. Do you not want to go in? Well, why should I? It is not as if it's my room anymore. Oh, you're no fun. Aren't you curious about how it's changed? No. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't. Okay, I guess a little peek would not hurt. Okay. Oh, it's still the same. I step into the room and close the door behind me. Ugh. It is like stepping into the past. The room is exactly as I left it. It seems completely untouched. Whoa. Oh, she's changing herself back into her... yeah, moments later, Delora is standing before me in her human form. Yes. It looks like someone's been dusting in here. Strange, considering no one should remember who this room even belongs to. I glanced around, eyes wide. Everything looks the same. I put the fabrics that I am carrying down on my bed and make my way to the shelf where my dolls are displayed. My eyes pause on a specific doll. What the hell's... Oh. This one was not here before. Do you suppose it's Emelaigne? I think it's Emelaigne. She went to the toy shop and Bjorka was like, oh, you want to find another doll now? And she's like, no, not this time. I'm calling it now. Delora raises an eyebrow. Maybe you just don't remember that one because she wasn't very memorable? No. You do have a lot of dolls after all. No, I know each of my dolls by name. This one is definitely new. She looks very similar to the dolls I saw at Bjorka's shop. See, I quickly turn at the sound of the doorknob. Oh, my eyes move to Delora, but she has already turned into a doll and tucked herself into a corner of the shelf with the rest of my dolls. I knew it! Emelaigne stands in the doorway, eyeing me curiously. Hana, what are you doing here? Oh, I made a mistake and I thought I was supposed to bring these fabrics here. I hope she does not see through my lie. No, of course not. Emelaigne shakes her head, smiling. She's naive that way. It is not your fault, Hana. You're still getting used to the palace and its many rooms. I got lost here all the time here when I first arrived too. Yeah. This room is interesting though. Father expressly ordered that it be kept clean but otherwise undisturbed. What, really? Why would he say that? Yeah, what? He won't say why, but apparently this room is very special to him. Maybe it belonged to someone he cherished. Cherished? What a joke. Still, I cannot help but feel hope at her suggestion. I don't think Father would like either of us being in here. We should leave soon. I only came here to put a ribbon on one of the dolls. One of the dolls? Oh, yes, I put one of my dolls here. She walks past me to pick up the doll I did not recognize. I bought this. Yes, you did. I know Emelaigne always visited Bjorka, but I did not think she liked dolls. She always preferred receiving and buying books, so why does she have this doll? Do you like dolls? Nope. Well, I mean, I don't mind them, but I don't usually buy them for myself, no. But, so why did you buy one? So why did you buy this one? Emelaigne looks at the doll with a sad smile and shakes her head. I'm not sure. I bought it as a gift, I remember that much. I was going to give it to someone who liked dolls, someone I wanted to befriend. I don't know why, but it feels right to leave the doll here until I can remember whom I was meant to give her to. Emelaigne is silent for a moment before she turns to me with a bright smile. I know you have a delivery to make, but could you come with me to the palace entrance first? Okay, why? Mother is still busy talking with the cooks, so the fabrics can wait. I resist the urge to glare at her. She better not be dragging me around to do yet more errands. I'm expecting a delivery, and I might need your help. There's too bad. I thought so. I have no choice but to nod. Of course. Yes. Aw, but she's still trying to make good with us before she forgot about us. I begrudgingly follow Emelaigne toward the entrance, and there I see the delivery carriage. A familiar person stands beside it. Oh, it's Bjorka. Bjorka, okay. Emelaigne pulls Bjorka into a tight hug. I turn my attention away to glare at the number of boxes at the back of the carriage. I will no doubt have to carry them inside. I will have to help carry them inside, yes. How are the preparations for the ball coming? Emelaine's smile seems forced at first, but then eases into something softer. It's going well, I suppose. Yes. How about the wedding? Oh, Decimond and I finalized the date. It will be 2 days after your ball. Oh, wow. I can't wait to see you in your wedding dress. These two always talk so much when they get together. Well, yeah, they got a little girly chat going on. I ignore their chatter as I walk up to the carriage to observe the boxes piled inside. What are these? Yeah, what is in the boxes? Oh, what? Bjorka reaches out to grab one. She hands it to me. I am helping with the ball decorations. I came by with part of the order today. Oh, part of it? Damn, there's more? Careful, it's a bit heavy. Oh man. I take the box from her hands and nearly stumble. This is heavy. Emelaigne should have the male servants do this, right? Why me? I mean, I could carry it because I'm a big, strong woman, independent woman. But like, seriously though, this is a lot. Queen Ophelia placed quite a large order. I bought the more fragile decorations first. Oh, they're even fragile. I'm gonna fucking drop these. Oh, the glass baubles and vases? I grit my teeth as I shift the box in my arms in an attempt to make it easier to hold. I thought you worked at the toy shop. Yes, but we also have aisles dedicated specifically to party decorations. What kind of toy shop is that? A superstore. It's a party city. Hana, will you be alright? No. I feel annoyance simmer within me. I am obviously not alright. Jesus. Emelaigne reaches out to help me with the box, but she is too late. Whoops. I have only taken one step forward when the box slides and I stumble. I manage to cradle it in my arms, but its weight is too much for me. Before I hit the ground, I feel strong arms around my waist pulling me back upright. The box is taken from me. Oh, whoa! Rod! My heart and mind are racing, and for a moment I cannot comprehend what had just happened. Are you alright? Yeah. Rod? Rod? I glance to the side and am shocked to see Rod standing there. The expression on his face gives nothing away, but with our close distance, I can see some flicker of emotion in his bright eyes. Concern? Hana, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Rod pushes me and I stumble forward, ow, almost tripping on the ground. He raises an eyebrow at me. What? Know your limits, Hana. Ugh. I glare at him as anger begins to bubble up in my chest. No, don't tell him off. Do not tell him off. He just saved your ass. You need to shush. It's okay. No, it's okay. He's just trying to help. He's just being Cinderella about it. Stay silent. I clench my fist and take a deep breath to try and calm myself. I will not stoop to his level. He is the one being cruel here, not me. Yes, you shouldn't have stubbornly tried to carry something that was too heavy for you. Okay. I will not take responsibility if you get hurt. Okay. I hope the purple crystal is like positive. Jesus. Rod, you shouldn't be angry with her for trying to help me. It was my fault for giving her something so heavy. Uh-huh. Bjorka, what are you doing here? Delivery! Rod's voice is still cold. Bjorka looks startled by his tone. Yes, I only came to deliver some of the decorations for the ball. And you thought Emelaigne and her maid could carry these things on their own? Whoa. Rod, this is not her fault. I am the one who chose to bring Hana with me. I underestimated the size of the delivery. Oh, Bjorka was just delivering the supplies. At least she admits her mistakes. I never thought Rod would be so stubborn. Emeline's expression softens as she looks at her brother. She looks sad. Rod ignores her and picks up the box that I had been carrying. He begins to walk away before he suddenly stops and glances back at me. Come on. Okay. Rod? Oh, we're going to call some servants to carry these boxes. He turns around and begins to walk away. Okay, I am Emelaine's personal maid, not his. I glance at Emelaigne, who nods her head. Okay, I guess. I really am so sorry. Thank you for helping my brother, Hana. I curtsy ever so slightly before running after Rod. Okay, Rod, wait. He picks up his pace as if trying to lose me. Hey now, you were the one who told me to come with you. Now you're just trying to outrun me? I turn the corner and barely stop myself before running right into Rod's back. What now? Well, why are you so angry at me today? I have barely even spoken to you. Your mere presence is enough to darken my mood. Hey now, I know that, but hey. I glare at him and cross my arms. Funny, you call me cruel, but right now you are worse than I ever was. right? I don't need someone who hasn't even managed a single good deed to lecture me. Hey now, these things take time, okay? I'm still trying to change my ways. I don't, people don't have character development overnight, okay? Ugh. I have to try very hard to resist the urge to slap him. You were supposed to help me get a good deed. As I said before, I never agreed to this. Well, I still refuse to help you. Rod starts walking away and I hurry after him. I cannot help but recall how cold he was with Riorka earlier. I thought they were friends, but he treated her like this at the toy shop too. Why are you so angry with Riorka earlier? Right? No reason. What? I raise an eyebrow when Rod quickly answers the question. Then you were cold for no reason. You have such a princely disposition. Rod frowns, but he has no rebuttal for my words. You must be generally cold and unfriendly. Excuse me? That would explain why you treated Viorka as you did. I had thought that you two were childhood friends. Yeah, Viorka was always closer with Emelaigne than with me. Okay, we may have been friendly once, but we've since become distant. Okay, distant. It is none of your business. That's as much as he's gonna tell me. They became distant as soon as, I guess he got like bro-zoned or some shit like that. Like, I only see you as a younger brother. I pause as we pass by my door, remembering that I had left both the fabrics and Delora inside. I make my way toward the door and open it. What are you doing? None of your business. Yeah, exactly. None of your business. Enjoyed your field trip? Yes. I frown when I see her sitting on my bed in human form. What would you have done if it wasn't me? Us witches have a sense of these things. Really? Delora? Yes. Rod slowly enters the room. It's nice to see you here, Lady Delora. Yes. Nice to see you too, little Sebi. Yes. Why are you here? Delora shrugs as she inspects her nails. Oh, I know. I don't know. I'm just really bored, and that you guys are like really pathetically hopeless without my help. I thought I would help the princess here since someone doesn't seem very willing. Rod furrows his eyebrows at her. I didn't... Yes, I know. You didn't sign up for this. Yes. But do you really think you have a choice, Rod? Delora looks at Rod pointedly. You know the consequences if this fails. Okay, Rod looks away, expression conflicted. Consequences? What are you talking about? Consequences for not helping me with my curse? What? Rod sighs heavily before turning back to Delora. He does not pay attention to me. I am not the right person for this. It doesn't matter what you think. The princess thought you were, so suck it up and do your job. Exactly. You're stuck in this situation now. Aha. Rod is silent for a few moments before he finally faces me, looking resigned. I will help you then, but don't expect me to change my opinions of you. Fine. I shrug at him. It's not like I was expecting you to in the first place, right? Delora grins with clear triumph. Okay, good talk. Good talk. Yeah. Team break. Yeah. Rod sighs. In order to achieve your good deeds, you're going to need to mend what you broke before. Okay, I feel I already know what he's going to say. My sister has always wanted to be your friend, so you must do just that. Show her kindness and you may be able to get your first good deed through her. Show her kindness, huh? Okay. Alright. Well, how am I gonna do that? Delora decides to stay in my room for the time being, saying that she believes Rod will be able to help me for now. Later, I make my way to the dining room with the fabrics and see Emelaigne and Ophelia inside. Okay, Hana! Yes, hello. I see you have the fabric, thank you. Ophelia takes the topmost sample of fabric and begins to inspect it as Emelaigne walks up to me. What? Where's Rod? He's off doing something, I don't know. He returned to his studies. Yes. Oh right, he has a history lesson today, and I am yet to finish my history homework, which is due tomorrow. Same. As Emelaigne muses aloud, I ponder what Rod told me earlier. I must become Emelaigne's friend, but is that really a good deed? Because she needs a friend right now, in this palace life, suddenly thrusted with so many responsibilities that she's not prepared for. I hope Rod didn't send the servants out before he went back to his room. Why? I wanted to tell him that Viorka and I had already called on guards to bring the boxes inside. Nah, he totally completely forgot about that. Maybe he decided to start his lessons earlier so that he could make your dance lesson this evening. What? Dance lesson? Father wanted to hire the best dance instructor in Angiel, but I honestly feel more comfortable with Rod teaching me. He knows how to dance. He's a good dancer, so father has allowed it. What? That is a surprise. I did not know Rod could dance. Right? I didn't know he could bust a move. He used to prefer singing, but then he lost his voice. What? He sings too. Oh, he did sing. Wow. Ophelia trails off. I know that she is talking about the fairy tale curse, but I do not expect her to divulge such information to a maid like myself. He's decided to focus on his dancing for the past few months. Oh. Ophelia glances down at the fabrics, then looks up and smiles at me. Hana, would you mind helping me with this? Sure, not like I have a choice. I obediently walk over to the fabrics Ophelia wants me to look through. They are apparently samples for the tablecloth that will be used during the ball. Okay, this is going to be a long day. Right. Oh man. Are we done? Rod comes immediately to the throne room after his history lessons to start on his dance lessons with Emelaigne. I am only standing here because it is my responsibility as her personal maid to watch over her as she practices. I watch as she steps out of rhythm and Rod sighs at her. You're doing it wrong. That's the 10th time. Sorry. Again. Okay. They start from the beginning and I am unable to stifle my own sigh when Emelaigne messes up the same step again. This would make the 11th time. Yes, I really am terrible at this. Yeah, no kidding. Would you rather have the royal dance instructor teach you? He has more experience teaching than I do. Oh no, I really do want you to teach me, Rod. I'm sorry that I'm such a slow learner. Yeah, you were always good at everything. Singing, dancing, cooking. Prince Rod cooks? Wow. Yes, Rod does cook. He's very good at it. Oh, wow. You didn't have to tell her that, Okay, does it really matter? I love bragging about how talented my little brother is. Aw, look at her dote. I see a tinge of pink in Rod's cheeks as he turns away. Is he embarrassed? Yes, he is. Emelaigne looks down at the floor, her smile smaller. I wish I was as talented as you, Rod. I had always thought Emelaigne was overly optimistic. She always seemed to bounce back with a smile no matter how many times I pushed her away. Now I cannot help but reconsider that thought, yes. Still, seeing her like this only irritates me. Pitying yourself will get you nowhere. Not everyone can be perfect at everything when they first started out. Yeah, right? It's all about practice. I remember when Mother gave me similar lessons. She was always such a harsh teacher, and she hated when I showed weakness in front of her. She made me keep practicing until I had perfected whatever it was she wanted me to do. Failure was never an option. I never had time for self-pity. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, just try harder. Let failure inspire you to do better. Yeah, Hana, that was a good lesson. It's called tough love. She's right, Rod. Yes, exactly. Instead of complaining, I should be working harder. I let out an exasperated sigh and crossed my arms. You always look at your feet whenever you reach the underarm turn. Instead, focus on counting your steps and let Prince Rod lead you. Worrying too much on your next step is what puts you off rhythm. Emelaigne stares at me. Can you dance, Hana? No. I can. Oh, okay. She's like, I thought she was gonna be all like dismissive about it. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. Why? Oh, wow, that's amazing. Oh no, there's nothing amazing about my being able to dance. Her praise makes me embarrassed regardless. Maybe I could learn faster seeing someone else do the dance first. Oh no, see, here it comes. Here it comes. What are you talking about? It's like, why don't you dance with her, Rod? Little dear brother of mine. It might be easier to copy the steps if I can have someone perform them first. She turns to me suddenly, eyes bright. Would you help me? I am meant to assist Emelaigne in any way that I can, but dancing with her brother? Surely a lowly maid should not be doing this. No, girl, just do it. Whatever, she's the one who's asking. You do it. And this is a perfect opportunity to get close to him. Do it. Well, if I do accept, at least I can prove that I am the better dancer than Rod. Besides, I am supposed to be listening to Emelaigne, no matter how absurd her requests are. If that is what you want. Yes. Really? Emelaigne rushes up to me and takes my hand in hers. Oh, thank you, Hana. I thought it might be an awkward request, but I'm so happy you've agreed to this. I turn to look at Rod, who's glowering at me. Hey, I'm just doing my job. God. I am not dancing with her. She might step on my feet. Excuse me? You really think I'm that bad of a dancer? Emelaigne gives him a disapproving look. Rod, please? Yes, do it. Your sister is asking you. Rod eyes me wearily. I step toward him and offer my hand. Shall we? Rod scowls at me for a few moments before finally taking my hand. This is purely business. Okay, here we go. Aw, aren't they so cute? I put my hand on his shoulder and he places his hand on the small of my back. Rod looks at me but quickly averts his gaze. Is something wrong? I didn't think I would ever have to dance with you. I didn't think I would ever have to dance with you is all. Okay. Neither did I. Yes, exactly. Rod looks at me again. This time he has an uncomfortable scowl on his face. He is not the only uncomfortable one here. Exactly. We both start dancing and I mentally start counting the steps. It has been a long time since I last danced with anyone, but the steps come to me naturally. The dance is rather simple. While Rod and I move stiffly, I cannot help but notice his careful footwork. I realize that Rod really is a pretty decent dancer. Of course, I would never openly admit it. Of course not. When we stop, I hear Emelaigne clapping her hands as she looks at the both of us in awe. You really are a good dancer. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing me the steps. Now I know for sure what to do during that part. Okay. I just shrug at her before stepping back into the corner. Emelaigne takes her position in front of Rod once more. This time, she has a bright smile on her face. I cannot believe something as simple as that has made her so happy. At the end of the day, Emelaigne has managed to do the steps correctly. She tells me many times how grateful she is for the help. After practice, I return to my room and retire to bed. I think about how happy Emelaigne was. How can such small things make a person so happy? It's the small things in life, girl. You gotta appreciate them. You stepped out of rhythm again, Hana. Uh-oh. But mother, this is really hard. Oh, a princess never complains. You must perfect this waltz by tomorrow. Otherwise, I will not allow you to play with your dolls for the day. But if you have time for objections, you have time to push yourself harder. Now, once again from the top. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Yay! Cut. Photo cards. I love the little, intermissions. The following days are uneventful. Emelaigne continues her dance lessons with Rod. Okay. Her steps are still far from perfect, but I can tell that she has improved since my demonstration with Rod. Meanwhile, Rod still chooses to ignore me most of the time, though I have noticed that he is less cold than usual. Okay. That's progress, I guess. At least he does not snap at me for no good reason anymore. Exactly. Though Delora is no longer assisting me, she insists on staying in my room more often. She says that there is something important she wants to investigate, and I cannot even guess what it might be. I prefer not having her around anyway. Her constant chattering makes it difficult to focus on anything. Right now, I am still trying to figure out how I can achieve my first good deed. Almost 3 months have passed since I was first cursed, but I have yet to complete my first good deed. Wow, 3 months already? Jesus Christ, okay. Wow. These are my thoughts as I head back to my sleeping quarters after dinner that night. Emelaigne excused me long ago, insisting that I go on to my own room before she went to hers. Okay, I am walking down the hallway when I notice Rod heading down a familiar path. I follow after him. Are you going to the Marchin? I caught you! Haha! Rod jumps and turns around. The surprise in his face quickly fades into annoyance. Don't do that again. Haha, you startle easily. And no, not today. Okay. Since I came here, I found that Rod occasionally sneaks out of the palace at night through the secret passageway to go to the Marchin. Even now, I am still confused as to why he goes there. He said before that he had given up on breaking his curse, which makes me wonder why he still visits. It also makes me wonder why he would refuse to break his curse in the first place. Is he okay being the way he is, or is this curse just really difficult to break? Why were you cursed, Rod? Yeah. I'm not answering that question. Why? I cannot help you break your curse if you refuse to tell me anything. I told you before, I do not need your help, yeah. But I chose you as my partner. You help me and I help you, right? It is highly likely that breaking Rod's curse will also count for a good deed. Maybe. Rod scowls at me and crosses his arms. I'm afraid that this isn't how this works at all. The sound of footsteps keeps me from coming back with the retort. We both turn to see Sir Alcaster approaching us. Oh my god, him. This grumpy man. Prince Rod, good evening. Ugh. Good evening, Sir Alcaster. Sir Alcaster turns to me and raises an eyebrow. Oh, shouldn't you be attending to Princess Emelaigne? Well, I was dismissed early, so... Rod silences me with a look. He moves to stand in front of me, shielding me from Sir Alcaster's gaze. We were just about to let her go. Let's go, Hana. We were just about to go to her. Let's go, Hana. Okay. Alright, wow. He stepped up for me. Huh. Rod strides away and I quickly curtsy to Sir Outcaster before following after Rod. I can still feel Sir Outcaster's eyes on my back as I walk away. I try my best to suppress a shudder. Rod and I walk through the hallway in silence. We both stop in our tracks when we hear the clattering of silverware. I look around and realize that the sound has come from behind a set of doors that is slightly open. The dining hall. Oh no! Oh, what? That's Emelaine's voice. What are you doing, Emelaigne? We do not see Emelaigne when we enter the room, but there is a dizzying array of cutlery set out on the table. Emelaigne? What are you doing? Emelaigne surprises us both by crawling from beneath the table. Okay. She flashes us an embarrassed smile as she gets to her feet, holding several forks and knives in her hands. What are you doing here? You should be getting ready for bed. Sorry. I eye the silverware on the table. I thought I could practice before I sleep today. It has already been an incredibly long day for her, and she is still doing this? I watch as Emelaigne puts the cutlery back onto the table in the wrong places. You need to rest, Em. I will after I practice the placement one last time. She smiles at him before returning to the table. Okay, I don't know why a person would need so much cutlery. 1 fork and 1 spoon and 1 knife should be more than enough for any meal. I know, right? I don't know. And there's like dessert spoons, and there's like soup spoons, and then, you know, all that shit. And all these glasses, if I recall correctly, this one is for water, this one is for red wine, and this one is for white wine. Yes. Point out her mistakes, give her the correct answers. I should point out her mistakes, right? Like, I mean, she must have gotten some things correct. Give her the correct answers, point out her mistakes. I'll give her the correct answer. Fine. That flute is for champagne, the other is for sherry. Oh, whoops, nope. I didn't want that. Yes. Oh, right. Yes. But there are 2 more. Yes, the other is for juice and the other is for dessert wine. The dessert wine will only be used during the dessert course, and the juice glass is only used when juice is being served as a course. Otherwise, it is placed next to the water goblet. So much things to remember. I see Rod staring at me out of the corner of his eyes. His lips twitch before he turns back to his sister. It looked like he was about to smile. Then what are these for? Ah, okay, good. Then pointing at her mistakes would just sound snobby, I guess. Okay. Emelaigne points out the group of forks in front of her. You use those every day, Your Highness. You should know the answer. Emelaigne points at them as she rattles off names. Dinner fork, fish fork, salad. Correct. Yeah, you know so much about etiquette, too. You're really incredible, Hana. You make a better noblewoman than I do. Even if I told her I was noble, it's not as if she would believe me. I just read. A lot. Yeah, a lot about these things. You read and know enough to put them into practice. That's amazing. Yeah, especially since you haven't been with us so long, right, Rod? Yeah, sure. Yeah, agree with her, Rod. God damn it. Rod shrugs. He does not, much to my surprise, disagree. Yes, perhaps you should be my teacher, Hana. I can learn so quickly from you. Oh, no. Emelaigne quickly straightens out the cutlery. Now that I think about it, I have come to realize that Emelaigne is much more than she appeared to be. It is probably because I am forced to spend so much time with her as her maid. She is different, she is flawed, and not as conceited and more humble than I originally thought. More humble than I originally thought. Yeah, see? Maybe I should try lending her a hand. Yeah. I may not be one of your tutors, but if you need help with your lessons, just ask me and I will do what I can for you. Look at me be nice! Hana? Yes. I glance at Rod, who is once again wearing that expression of surprise. I shift my attention to Emelaigne once again. You only have 1 month left to prepare, and as your personal maid, I feel it my responsibility to help you in whatever ways I can. She's like, Hana, I'm so touched! Emelaigne wipes her eyes with the back of her hand, and that's when I notice something glistening on her cheeks. Oh my god, are they gonna... No, that's too much. Is she crying? Yes, she is. You are extremely kind, Hana. Thank you, I will definitely take you up on that offer. I am still looking at Emelaigne when I catch a faint glow coming from the pendant of my chest. There's my shard! Yay! What just happened? I got a shard. Oh, what a pretty necklace you have, Hana. Thank you. Yes. Anyway, for now, I think the both of us would benefit from some sleep. Yes. After escorting Emelaigne back to her room, I walk out into the hallway in a daze. What was that light? You got your shard, girl? It seems like you actually managed to obtain your first good deed. Ah, I did not know he was still there. He was still here. I look down at my pendant, astonished at what I see. What? Hey, that's so cool. A piece of a glass slipper, yes. I gingerly touch the new piece that is hanging next to my existing slipper pendant. Okay. It is real. Yes, of course. You're not too bad after all. Yes. Did he just compliment me? Compliment me? Yes. What? Rod turns away. Nothing. Okay. He walks away, leaving me alone with my thoughts. Okay. Oh my god. I got my first read, chapter 5. Secrets. Secrets. Oh, are we gonna find out more about his curse? Okay, anyways guys, I feel like I'm gonna leave this episode here. We've done quite a bit of things. We went through chapter 3 and 4 and got our first shard. Oh my god, we did our good deed. I think I'm doing pretty well so far in terms of choices, right? I hope so, in terms, like, you know, judging going from the crystal that keeps appearing. But yeah, I think Rod is starting to warm up to us, which is great. And of course, what's it called? We found out a little bit more about what's going on in the palace, and I think when Rod was talking about his curse and when Hana was like, why were you cursed in the first place, I feel like he might have been cursed because some witch came across him and was just like, oh, look at this unrequited love triangle we got going on here. I'm gonna curse you with the mermaid curse, take away your voice, because not like you need it anyways, because you're too much of a coward to confess your love to the one you like. Hey! So that's my assumption on why it is that he got cursed, but I'm pretty sure in order to break that curse, like I said, I think it might relate more to the Little Mermaid tale, where the Little Mermaid could have killed the prince in order to get her life back as a mermaid, but she refused to because, you know, she don't want to kill the person she loved, kind of thing. Don't know if it's Viorka that he has to kill, or if it's like her fiance. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, we're gonna need to dive in a little bit more into the story. We're only on chapter 5, so yes, things are just getting interesting and things are only just developing. So for now, we will leave it here, and then we can pick this up next time. But so for now, you guys, bye.